Picture yourself standing in the middle of your home, surrounded by a sea of stuff, clothes you haven't worn in years, gadgets gathering dust, shelves overflowing with things you barely notice. Your calendar is just as crowded, packed with meetings, errands, and social obligations that leave you exhausted. Your mind is the most cluttered space of all, swirling with stress, comparison, and a quiet ache for something more meaningful. You're chasing happiness through new purchases, promotions, or likes on social media, but it slips away, leaving you feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, and stuck. You're not alone. In our modern world, the relentless pursuit of more possessions, more success, more busyness, has buried so many of us under physical and mental clutter, robbing us of joy. What if happiness isn't found in having more, but in embracing less? Japanese minimalism offers a path to lasting happiness through 8 simple rules, rooted in philosophies like Wabi-Sabi, Danshari, and Ikigai. These rules aren't about deprivation. They're about living intentionally, curating your life to focus on what truly matters, and finding joy in simplicity. Let's explore how these practices can declutter your home, clear your mind, and help you stay happy with less, forever transforming your life. Japanese minimalism is a philosophy that sees less as the gateway to more. More peace, more clarity, more joy. At its core is the art of purposeful empty space, seen in traditional Japanese homes where sparse furnishings and open areas create a sense of calm and possibility. Teaches that what you leave out is as vital as what you include, amplifying the beauty of what remains. Wabi-Sabi embraces imperfection and transience, finding value in a chipped mug or a faded scarf because they carry stories of time. Danshari, with its principles of refusing, discarding, and separating, offers a framework for letting go of what doesn't serve you. Ikigai, the pursuit of purpose, helps you align your choices with what brings joy and meaning. Kaizen, the art of small, continuous improvements, ensures these changes are sustainable. Together, these ideas form a holistic approach to living that prioritizes simplicity, intention, and gratitude over accumulation. In a culture that equates happiness with more, bigger homes, shinier gadgets, busier lives, these 8 rules are a quiet revolution. They ask, what if happiness grows in the spaces you clear? What if living with less unlocks a life of abundance? Let's ground this in your reality. You're likely no stranger to the chaos of modern life. Your home is filled with things, impulse buys, gifts you keep out of guilt, items you hold on to just in case. Your digital devices are cluttered too, with overflowing inboxes, unused apps, and social media feeds that spark envy or distraction. Your schedule is a whirlwind of work, social events, and errands, leaving little time for rest or reflection. Your mind is crowded with financial worries, pressure to keep up with trends, and a sense that you're not living the life you were meant to. You might try to chase happiness with new purchases, a trendy lamp, a productivity app, only to find they add to the clutter, leaving you more stressed and disconnected. The result is a life that feels heavy, fragmented, and unfulfilling, where your energy is scattered across things and tasks that don't truly matter. The 8 rules of Japanese minimalism offer a way out, not by rejecting life's pleasures, but by curating them with intention, creating space for joy, and letting go of what weighs you down. Here are the 8 rules to follow, each rooted in Japanese wisdom and designed to bring lasting happiness with less. The first rule is to create Ma by embracing empty space. Clear one surface in your home, a table, a shelf, and keep just 1 or 2 items you love, like a plant or a cherished book. The empty space, inspired by Ma, isn't barren, it's intentional, calming your mind and amplifying the beauty of what remains. The second rule is to practice danshari by letting go with intention. Choose one area, like your wardrobe, and apply danshari's 3 steps. Refuse to keep items that don't suit your current life. Discard those that are unused or worn out, and separate emotionally from pieces tied to guilt or someday. Donate or recycle with gratitude, freeing your space and heart. The third rule is to embrace Wabi-Sabi by cherishing imperfection. Keep a scratched table or a faded shirt because it holds memories, reducing the urge to buy perfect replacements and quieting mental chatter about flawlessness. The fourth rule is to prioritize quality over quantity, inspired by Motenai's respect for resources. When you need something new, a pair of shoes, a kitchen tool, invest in one durable, timeless item instead of multiple cheap ones. This saves money, reduces clutter, and fosters gratitude for what you own, calming your mind by eliminating the stress of constant replacements. The fifth rule is to simplify your schedule, refusing non-essential commitments. Review your calendar and say no to one event or task that doesn't align with your priorities, using the time for something meaningful, a walk, a hobby, or rest, aligned with Ikigai's focus on joy. The sixth rule is to curate your digital life. Unsubscribe from newsletters, delete unused apps, and unfollow social media accounts that don't inspire you. A streamlined digital space, inspired by danshari, frees your attention, reducing mental noise and boosting focus. The seventh rule is to practice mindfulness through monotasking. Focus on one task at a time, eating, working, listening, without distractions like your phone. This habit, rooted in Zen principles, declutters your mind by grounding you in the present, making each moment feel richer and more intentional. The eighth rule is to cultivate gratitude daily. Each morning, name 3 things you're thankful for: a cozy blanket, a kind word, a moment of quiet. This practice, aligned with Wabi-Sabi's appreciation for the ordinary, shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant, fostering joy and calming mental clutter. These 8 rules, simple yet profound, work together to create a life that's light, purposeful, and happy, no matter how little you have. The benefits of these rules are transformative, touching every corner of your life. Physically, a decluttered home is easier to maintain, fewer things to clean, organize, or replace, creating a sanctuary where you can relax. Financially, Prioritizing quality and refusing excess saves money, easing anxiety, and aligning your spending with your values. Mentally, these habits reduce stress and improve focus. Studies show that a simplified environment and fewer distractions lower cortisol levels and enhance decision-making, as your brain isn't overwhelmed by clutter. Emotionally, they foster gratitude and presence, deepening your appreciation for what you have. A single photo, a quiet evening, a heartfelt conversation. Spiritually, they align with Ikigai's pursuit of purpose, helping you focus on what brings meaning, creativity, connection, rest, without the burden of excess. Environmentally, living with less supports sustainability by reducing waste and consumption, honoring the Earth's resources. These benefits weave together, creating a life that feels balanced, intentional, and deeply fulfilling. Contrast this with the habits many of us fall into. Mindless accumulation, buying things on impulse, keeping items just in case, saying yes to every demand, creates a life of chaos. Your home becomes a storage unit for stuff you don't love. Your schedule, a treadmill of obligations you resent. Your mind, a storm of anxiety and distraction. Consumerism fuels this cycle, promising happiness through more. More clothes, more tech, more busyness, yet delivers only fleeting satisfaction. Social media amplifies the pressure, showcasing lives that seem perfect, urging you to spend or hustle harder. The result is a life of clutter, physical, mental, emotional, that leaves you feeling trapped, disconnected, and unfulfilled. The 8 rules of Japanese minimalism break this cycle by empowering you to choose what deserves your space, your time, your energy, and let the rest go. It's not about deprivation, but discernment, living fully with less. Let's paint a picture of these rules in your life. Imagine starting your day with gratitude, noting 3 things you're thankful for: your morning tea, a sunny window, a friend's text. You walk into your kitchen, where a clear counter with just a kettle and a bowl of fruit invites calm, thanks to Ma. At work, you monotask, focusing on one project without checking your phone, feeling a surge of clarity and pride, guided by mindfulness. You say no to a social event that doesn't excite you, spending the evening reading or sketching, reconnecting with your Ikigai. Your phone's home screen is curated to 5 apps, free of digital clutter, and your social media feed includes only voices that uplift, reflecting Danshari's principles. You wear a small wardrobe of cherished clothes, some with patches that tell a story, embracing Wabi-Sabi. You keep a sturdy, well-made pan, chosen for its quality, saving money and space, inspired by Motainai. Once a week, you tidy one small area, a drawer, an email folder, for 5 minutes, a Kaizen win that feels effortless. These rules, woven into your daily life, create a home and mind that feels spacious, focused, and joyful. To adopt these rules, start with 1 or 2 and build from there. For Ma, clear one surface today, your nightstand perhaps, and keep just a lamp and a book, noticing the calm it brings. For Danshari, Tackle one clutter zone, like your desk. Refuse to keep outdated papers. Discard what's useless and separate from items tied to guilt, donating them with thanks. To embrace Wabi-Sabi, choose one imperfect item, a worn scarf, a chipped plate, and reflect on why you love it, quieting the urge to replace it. For quality over quantity, next time you shop, choose one durable item, like a sturdy journal, over cheaper alternatives. Simplify your schedule by saying no to one low-value commitment this week, using the time for rest, guided by Ikigai. Curate your digital life by unsubscribing from 5 newsletters today. Monotask during one activity, like dinner, savoring each bite. Start a gratitude journal, noting 3 things daily. These steps, rooted in Japanese wisdom, are manageable yet powerful, building a minimalist life step by step. Challenges will arise, and that's okay. You might feel attached to possessions, worried that letting go means losing memories. Start with low-stakes items, old receipts, unused apps, and build confidence using Danshari's framework. Social pressure to keep up with trends or stay busy can be strong. Remind yourself that minimalism is about your joy, not others' expectations, and communicate your intentions kindly. I'm simplifying to focus on what matters. Financial constraints might make quality purchases feel out of reach. Focus on free or low-cost wins, repairing what you own, borrowing from libraries, enjoying nature, aligned with Motenai. Time scarcity can make these habits feel daunting. Use Kaizen's small steps, 1 minute of tidying, 1 no to a task, to make progress without stress. If mental clutter feels overwhelming, pair these habits with mindfulness, like a deep breath before letting go. Be patient. These rules are a journey, and every step toward simplicity is a step toward happiness. These rules weave beautifully with other Japanese philosophies. Wabi-Sabi fosters gratitude for the imperfect, easing perfectionism and mental clutter. Danshari empowers you to let go with intention, freeing your home and mind. Motenai encourages respect for what you keep, reducing waste and aligning with sustainability. Ikigai helps you prioritize what brings purpose, like time for passions or loved ones. Kaizen ensures lasting change through small, consistent actions. Together, they create a holistic approach to living, one that values simplicity, presence, and meaning over excess or distraction. Let's deepen this with more practices. Try a minimalist morning. For 1 week, start your day with a 5-minute ritual. Gratitude. Monotasking a simple task, like making tea, and tidying one small area. Notice how it sets a calm tone. Another practice is a clutter journal. Write down one physical or mental clutter item daily and why you're letting it go, reinforcing Danshari's release. To cultivate Ma, create a calm corner in your home, a bare nook with a cushion for reflection. For digital simplicity, try a screen detox day, using devices only for essentials, and observe how your mind feels. These exercises, flexible and personal, make minimalism a sustainable part of your life. Let's also explore how these rules transform your relationships. Clutter, physical or mental, constrain connections. A home filled with stuff might feel unwelcoming. A mind cluttered with stress might make you distant. By following these rules, you create space for presence. Imagine hosting a friend in a decluttered living room with a single candle on a bare table. The simplicity fostering intimacy thanks to Ma. Or prioritizing a deep conversation over a packed schedule, monotasking your attention, guided by mindfulness. These rules also mean refusing toxic dynamics, aligning with Danshari, and choosing relationships that uplift you. Wabi-Sabi's embrace of imperfection helps you love people for their flaws, deepening trust and connection. By simplifying your life, you make room for vulnerability, laughter, and love. Let's ground this in a story. Meet Yuki, a 32-year-old nurse overwhelmed by life. Her apartment was a chaos of clothes, books, and unused tech, mirroring her cluttered mind. Her days were packed with shifts, errands, and social events, leaving her drained and joyless. One day, a patient shared a book on Japanese minimalism, introducing Yuki to Ma and Wabi-Sabi. She started small, clearing her kitchen counter to hold just a kettle and a plant, the empty space calming her. She practiced Danshari, donating unused clothes and refusing new purchases unless they sparked joy. She embraced Wabi-Sabi, keeping a chipped mug that reminded her of cozy mornings. She said no to low-priority events, carving out time for yoga, aligning with Ikigai. She curated her digital life, deleting apps and unfollowing draining accounts. Daily, she practiced gratitude, noting 3 things: a warm shower, a kind colleague, a quiet evening. Weekly, she tidied for 5 minutes, a Kaizen win. Over months, Yuki's home became a sanctuary, her mind clear, her relationships richer. Minimalism didn't erase her challenges, but it brought her happiness with less, transforming her life. As you embrace these rules, envision the life you're crafting. A home where every object has meaning, where empty spaces invite peace. A schedule with room for rest, creativity, and connection. A mind free of clutter, alive with clarity and joy. Japanese minimalism isn't about having nothing. It's about having enough. Enough beauty, enough purpose, enough you. It's a rebellion against the chaos of excess, a reclaiming of your space, your time, your soul. You don't need more stuff, more busyness, or more validation. You need only to live simply and let happiness bloom. So, begin today. Right now, choose one rule. Clear a surface, say no, name a gratitude, and take one step. Carry this question forward. What can I simplify to make room for joy? Ask it when you tidy, plan, or think. Trust that each intentional choice is a step toward happiness, a brick in the foundation of a lighter, more meaningful life. You're not just decluttering, you're crafting a life of peace, purpose, and joy. Welcome to the art of staying happy with less. Be with less. Be with less. Be